So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, loves Star Wars and grilling too. And now Scott loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place to rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 50 of Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
And with us today,
Walking in the door?
walking in the door.
That's not walking out the door.
Oh,
That would have been great timing.
With us today is nobody again. So yeah, our guest isn't here today. It's the case of the missing guest. So be it. The only bad thing about that is it means off-screen Matt counts.
Damn it. It's the worst possible outcome.
Yeah, that is the worst possible outcome. So, but it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. We think we have a good beer lineup. We're pretty excited about a few of them, especially.
Yeah.
So we're great to go there. Before we get into the rest of it, on your right side of your screen is our sponsors. Please make sure you follow them. It's great. Especially Tavor's a great one because you can get us free beer as well as you.
And there's a little discount code right there.
Yeah.
Get you $10.
Turf's Up is one of our all-time sponsors for our movie reviews and just in general. They're good friends of the show. Indie Craft Brew provides a lot of the beers. Not today. It's the first time in a while we haven't had an Indie Craft Brew provided beer. But,
So check them out.
but check them out at Books and Brews Muncie is run by Indie Craft Brew. It's a great place to check out all sorts of fun beer. Now, Matt, do we have anything on your end?
Yeah, we got Russell on. So what's up, guys? How's it going, sir?
What up,
Russell?
Russ?
And that's actually it for the moment. So
Okay.
pretty quick.
So how's the chat looking? Is the chat working? Yes, no?
Our jerry rig system over here is working, unless someone's commenting on Twitch or YouTube,
Which
and I
you
can't
can
see
click
it.
over.
Yeah, well, I'm not seeing it on
Okay.
any of our three apparatus we're using right now for YouTube. So
Okay. Fair.
Essentially, we are, because we've been having troubles with, my allergies are killing me today.
Yeah.
Because we've been having troubles with comments, we have like 4 different backup plans for Matt to be able to read them.
Yeah.
But if you've commented and you feel like Matt's not responding, and you
Make
feel
fun
like
of
it's not
Tyler.
working, yeah, make fun of me. And if he still doesn't respond, means he didn't see it. So message Two Beerded Guys on Instagram, and either John or I will see it, and we'll.
Which, side note, Carrie just jumped on through YouTube, speaking of, and I can see him on our main thing.
Woohoo!
So
Our main thing is working.
at least, well,
So
Facebook
far.
isn't showing up on there, so YouTube is. We're working with it, but
Ugh.
we're getting them some ways.
Well, we got one working again.
Yeah. That's what it is.
But it's fine. It is what it is. We're excited to bring some great beers and some great times today. It is episode 50. Our next 2 episodes are both big, fun episodes.
Yeah.
Next week is the Indiana on Tap guys. Both owners, well, at least one, maybe both owners from Indiana on Tap will be on the show. Barton Lewis is a good friend of ours from our Books and Brews days, so that'll be fun to have Barton on.
And I think it's going to be fun to find out, number one, like, who they are, what they do, but also, like, they're responsible for a lot of beer fests, and I really want to know what their plans are for the year.
Exactly. I'm excited to have them on. It should be a enlightening episode.
Yes.
And then the episode after that will be our exact 1 year episode of episodes. So today's actually pretty much it is.
From calendar date. Like,
Yeah, from calendar date, today is our 1 year anniversary of the show. So woohoo for us. But weeks 52 episodes will be in 2 weeks. And we're going to do a outside of the basement
Yeah,
episode.
we're leaving the basement.
We're leaving the bunker down here and hitting the road a little bit. So
I
it should
just straightened things up. Damn it.
Yeah, it's got new light. Let there be light, and there was. Got the table cleaned up.
yeah, I can't see Matt
It's
anymore
bright,
because
but,
it's so
yeah.
bright. I'm blind. But it is what it is. But Matt, what's your anticipated beer of the night?
I think I'm going to have to go with the Stout. It's appropriately named as a 13% barrel-aged Hardy Boy that they say this is the stout we wanted to make, so we called it the Stout. It's pretty lofty reading on there, so I'm pretty pumped to see what that's about. And I don't think we've had anything from them yet either. Some
I
of these
don't
other-
believe
Yeah,
so.
brand new brewery to the show, so excited for that. But I think for me, Any beer we've had from Parish Brewing has been really, really good. And I've been eyeing this bottle for a while. It looks like a can of, like, just pop. So
It does.
I'm really, really excited for that.
I'm a little nervous for it just because I feel like it's going to be one that might lower the bar a little bit on Parish, like lower our hopes just because it could be weird or it could continue to wow us. For me, my most excited is because of a big blow up on one of the beer pages I follow. My most excited, looking forward to today, anticipated beer is the Hoosier Brewing's Pie Face Key Lime, because there have been very passionate arguments on one of the beer pages I follow about this beer and other Hoosier beers.
You just want to stir the pot.
I very much want to see what it's like, and then, I might get online and stir the pot a little bit.
You? What?
I mean, it's, possible.
Are you abrasive enough to stir this pot?
I'm abrasive to clean it afterwards.
We got some
Yes.
other people jumping on here, too, to catch up while we got a sec. Russ says, congratulations on the playoffs, Tyler.
Woohoo! My Browns won!
Browns actually doing something good for once.
28-0 to start. Holy shit.
Kevin Atwell's on, says, hey, guys, what's
Kevin?
up?
Kevin!
As is Valerie, says, hey, guys. Got some little party
The better
pools.
half. What up, Val?
So, yeah, we just got
I
some
don't
people
think you
jumping
can
on a
argue
little bit later this time. Cool.
Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. I'm excited. Mostly because the beer last week really sucked. And
It
so
was wildly mediocre.
I really am. If this lineup lets me down, I'm going to be really brokenhearted.
Yeah.
So it's time to try our first beer.
Let's go.
We did it! I'm so proud of him.
He's getting better at this.
I'm learning.
Whoa.
Oh, it didn't foam.
Good.
It didn't foam nearly like it acted like it was going to.
Yeah, it started. I wish we would have gotten that on Can before, because it's literally like,
I didn't even think about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
it's like a bottle of pop.
Well, it's so rare we get a clear glass bottle to have to think about it.
Right.
We haven't had one since the mead.
Mead, yeah.
I'm going to go buy more mead.
Dude, that mead is tasty. By the way, we're talking about mead while pouring a beer. Superstition Meadery delivers. So
And they're out of Arizona. But
yeah,
they'll
you
deliver
can,
here.
You can order
If you're in
online.
the mead game.
But
check it
anyway,
out.
the beer we're drinking is Parish Brewing's Sips, Grenache Grape and Raspberry. Berliner style with Grenache Grape and Raspberry. 4.8% made with 100% real fruit.
Okay.
Brewed and bottled in Louisiana by Parish Brewing Company.
So good Berliner Weiss, basically great.
You're not going to be able to see that worth a crap, but
Better than you'd think, actually.
Oh,
good.
Surprisingly, with the clear glass. Brett's on, so what's up, fellas?
What's up, Brett?
He says, Browns won!
yeah, they did.
Did the Browns win, or did the Steelers just lose?
No, we won. They made one true mistake. The rest was good plays and everything else. That is tart.
I'm not mad at that, boys.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
It's I think John kind of, it's almost got like the fizzy pop kind of feel to it, too. Like, it's...
A little bit.
Doesn't taste like beer or alcohol.
Where's Bob?
It's tart. Definitely getting that Grenache grape. Raspberry is a little bit off balance, but not bad.
Raspberry gives it the tart.
Yeah.
That is.
That's refreshing.
Yeah, I'm not upset at that. That'd be great on a hot day.
Yeah. Or even a cold day.
Like today.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, come in from a hot day outside or whatever, or sitting by the pool.
Pool beer? Yeah, that'd be a great pool beer.
I could drink this by a pool.
Probably even like, oh, what's up, ladies? Have you tried this? Get popular at the pool party.
Matt's over here trying to think of ways to get popular with the ladies.
I know all the help I can get.
Beer. That's
Beer.
the one thing he's got going for him.
Not true,
Ouch.
ladies. He's a catch. All right, Kelly.
Yeah. Jason Belzon says, hey guys, loved watching the Steelers lose last night.
Yeah.
Do we need the Browns to win more often so we can get more people on here? That was
No.
happening?
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland
Colts
rocks.
lost.
Cleveland
Fine.
rocks.
They didn't lose by as much as they were supposed to,
Ohio.
though, from what people were expecting. Like, that was a lot closer game, I hear, than projections had.
Rivers
The
played
Colts,
well.
the Colts-Bills game was the best game of the weekend.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, I get where you're coming from, but with two competitive teams going back and it's not being decided till the very end.
Who doesn't love watching the Steelers get punched in the mouth?
I love that too.
Exactly.
I mean,
But by
And
the
we had a
Browns,
28-0 lead. Like,
and you won by 11, but you won.
it was never in doubt. I mean, as a Browns fan, I was in doubt, but that's just because I've lost so much in my life that
well, you have to.
you just assume you're going to blow it. It's like being a Boilermakers fan. Oh, wait, I'm one of those too.
Yeah.
Actually, Brett's got some great advice for me, though. He says stop hanging out at the kiddie pool to start with.
I don't know. I like dating single
Well,
moms.
you know, I'm not a strong swimmer, so that works out better for my my strengths or lack thereof is the shallow end. So I don't need the water wings. I don't. Yeah, that's not a good look on anybody.
But anyway, back to non-football, which I could talk about the Browns win all night long. This is fantastic. Light,
Yeah.
refreshing, tart. It's fruited, but not sweet.
Yeah, it's not a slushy. It's not.
Still getting a traditional Berliner Weiss feel.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of balance to it. Like it's tart, but not overly. It's sweet from the fruit, but not overly. It's bubbly, but not like overpoweringly carbonated. Like it's got a good balance of like everything going into it. I think.
I'm curious to see where everybody
Yeah.
puts this one.
And I go first, don't I?
Yeah, Matt will be last today because it's easier to do that.
Cause I count.
Yep. All right. All right.
Woohoo!
Come on, Jake.
Oh, before we get to the scoring,
No.
trying to bring some structure to this show.
Just a reminder, our scoring system's on the untapped 0.25 scale, so it goes from 0.25 to 5 in quarter increments. 3 is a perfectly average beer. By our standards, perfectly average beer. You go above 3, it's above average. You get to 4, you're seeking it out. Like, I'll go buy this again. Even if it's not my style, if it's a style I'm hungry for, thirsty for. No. Hey, we've had some beers.
Some of those beers,
Some-
yeah.
Somebody choose, yes.
Hopefully that 13%er will be like that. Cut
If
into a steak.
If it's a beer that, I'm ready to search out and drink again, that's above a 4. You get 4, 7, 5, and 5. That's like, not only am I seeking it out, it's one of my all-time favorites on the show. Going the opposite direction, under 3 is below average, but that 2 to 3 is still very drinkable. Just, there's something about it that dropped it below a 3. Maybe it's off flavor. Maybe it's too potent on one thing, not balanced.
Yeah.
Or just bland. We've had some that are drinkable, but bland as hell.
On the can, not in the can, so
Yeah.
you get a point doc.
Yeah, if they tell me I'm going to have a whole bunch of stuff in it, and then all I taste is one of the things, they're going to get docked a little bit. They might end up in that.
Because Todd likes to taste all the things.
Under 2, you're getting into that. Between 2 and 1, you're getting a little rough. Closer you get to 1, the closer you get scared. 1 or lower, it's absolutely, I will not drink this again. I would rather drink water, and I don't like water.
It's going to be interesting to see if we have one of those tonight.
I like water. Yeah, no, I'm really curious. I know exactly what might be happening with that.
But anyway, this beer is the one we're rating right now. Again, this is Parish Brewing's Sips Grenache Grape and Raspberry Berliner Weiss.
So I'm a little bit torn. I'm probably going to undersell it a little bit. I really, really, really like this beer. However, I don't know if I'll go seek it out. It's one of those, like, if I see it, I'm buying it. But I'm not sure I'll seek it out. Because it can't go 3.9. I'm going to go 3.75.
I personally am going to give it a 4. I think this is a awesome Berliner Weiss that I would love to have again. And if I ever had a chance and knew where it was, I would absolutely go get it.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
It counts?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, I gotta savor this. It kind of reminds me like the next evolution of like the Zimas or Smirnoffs. Like it's got that kind of like that carbonated, easy drinking, refreshing, sugary-ish appeal, which I'm not wrong, right? I mean,
No, keep going.
I don't think it's as sweet as
it's not that sugary. No, I mean it's got that easy drinkability, low ABV.
Perfect tart.
It's something that I don't see myself drinking a lot of, which is, I'm going to echo John. Here's what's going to hold it back on a higher score for me. It could deserve a better score, but I just don't see me seeking it out. And so 3.75 would be as close as I can get without seeking it.
So that comes out to a 3.75. You can find all our scores for all our past beers. We're at like 400, and I think this is 432. You can see all our scores from all our past beers on our Untapped. It's spelled just like everything else we do. Two Beerded Guys. Bearded is B-E-E-R because we like beer and we have beards. So make sure you follow that. You'll see all our past scores. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Also, check out our website. I just put a new blog post up there.
Put a blog post on.
Which has our top, well, not our, my top 5s on the year.
It wasn't the blog fairy that did that?
No. But it has some of my top 5s.
Scary fairy.
For instance, my top 5 favorite beers from the show. Not necessarily my top 5 rated. There was a couple that were purely, I loved them. The one that didn't make that list that I really wanted to put on there but just couldn't bring myself to it was the Listerman Haterade.
Yeah.
It would have been the next one on my list. And again, not my top rated beers,
Just
but
love to hate it.
so much fun.
Yeah.
Top 5 drunken movie reviews, top 5 places we've been, top 5 episodes, which that one was so much harder to do than I expected.
Yeah.
And I guarantee if I tried to do it again, there'd probably be 3 different ones out of the 5 on there. There's 2 that I know would stay, and after that, it's like...
I would have to go back and, like, go through the list on YouTube and be like,
Oh, I did.
who did we have on again?
I literally went through the YouTube list. I went through our guest list on our app, or on my spreadsheet, and was, like, comparing them, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that was a good one, and, like, found it and clicked and watched a little bit. Like, yeah, it was interesting. So check out that blog post. Also, you can get all our cool merch on our Facebook and our website.
Oh, yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
edit that. Damn it. Work stuff.
And what do they do once they go onto our place and start viewing our things?
Oh, what do you do when you're on YouTube?
Well, I normally, like, search for, like...
Two Beerded Guys.
I don't normally search for Two Beerded
Now,
Guys.
then you hit subscribe, you click notifications because you know you
yeah,
want us to
yeah,
notify.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
you smash that like button. Sorry, I couldn't let Matt have like the boss, like him tell me what to do and me just do it. So I had to drag that on just a hair.
Yeah, and I was gonna be like, oh, and I searched for Lost in Vegas because those really cool guys who do a reaction show. Really like them. Yeah.
I'm stabbing you.
Also, when you said Scary Fairy, that made me think of like a jacked up Spice Girls. Like,
It's Tyler.
All right, so yeah, 375.
375.
Yeah, we're
Undersold it a little bit. It's really, really good.
shocker.
Yeah.
We're all over the place today.
actually, that was pretty consistent. All 3 of us were within a point quarter.
No, I'm at mentally.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get my nap in like I tried. So, our next beer is the Manipulation Nation New England IPA by Barrier Brewing Company. 7.8% New England IPA. Barrier is out of Oceanside, New York.
Okay. Is this a new brewery for the show as well?
I believe so. We may have had one other Barrier. I do recognize it, so there's a possibility. Or I've just seen the can 800 times, and,
Right.
you know, it is what it is.
Fair.
probably that. We have had it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Dale Litton on. He says another ghost guest. Actually, it's the same ghost guest.
Same goes.
Technically, same ghost guest. Jake said he wanted to be here. And then
Give him a second chance.
Jake decided to ghost us again.
Well, it's got EB Hunter just joined on. Give us the wave.
What up, EB?
What's up, buddy? I want to do a Two Bearded Guys brew buzz. I think that'd be fun.
We'll see. Might be a fun summer
See
activity.
if we can do some sort of fundraiser off it, or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like the can art on this.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
I feel like it's Donald trying to play chess. Although it would be checkers.
nah. You don't see the whole label.
No, at least the center of it.
How old is this one?
What a needy little bitch. May.
Yeah, so it's aged slightly.
Like we've said before, we're trying to get through our backlog of IPAs, but we're also
Including fresh.
including some fresh ones from now on to...
Not have this keep happening.
Yeah, because otherwise it's just going to be one prolonged old IPA. So
So
I told you I'll stop
aromas
buying
have
beer.
Aromas have dropped off a little bit.
I'm about to tell him we're about to delete Tabor off his phone just to be safe.
I haven't even opened it, let alone looked at it.
Good.
They had a Drecker on there last week, and John's like, "Don't tell Matt."
I wasn't going to open a new case, no. Evie says, ready for a Drek North there, buds?
I didn't hear what you said.
Ready for a Drek North there, buds? I'm guessing, Drekker, they're up north, maybe?
Oh,
Drek North?
Yes.
we don't have any Drecker right now.
I think he can get us some though.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. EB said he could.
Yeah, he did.
I like Drecker a lot.
So yes.
Always.
Yeah.
Not bad.
No, it.
For being almost a year old, this is kind of held up.
I think what I like most about it is that body. The soft body has really held up. It's
Yeah.
one of those I would describe as a very pillowy mouthfeel.
Get off my word. Unlike
Join me on your word.
unlike the two IPAs last week, that were just basically water.
Right.
Yeah, you just gotta get them back, but talk about the viscosity. Like, show them what it's about.
You mean viscosity?
The lack of viscosity.
This has a pillowy mouthfeel. It's a heavier body on the IPA. Like, I feel like I'm drinking something.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it has to be. It's 7.8% New England.
But see, I had a little heartier IBV.
ABV. We promise we've been doing this for 50 episodes now.
Like 1 year. We've been
Still learning.
a little bit.
Hey, guys, you can see us better now.
Yeah.
You know, that's about all we've improved. Yeah, I can't see Matt, but, you know, it's fine. I walked in here and John's like, look at the new lights. I'm like, ah!
Which are old lights. I just learned how to actually. I read Lighting 101.
Lighting for dummies.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, you use 3 lights. Okay. I happen to have 3 lights.
No real notes coming through.
No.
A little sweet. But no true, like, I'm not picking out any specific hops in here. But little sweet, very pillowy, solid, drinkable 7.8%.
Stayed clean, no all flavors.
Yeah, none. And it's a solid 7.8. Like, you don't notice it.
Yeah.
That'd be easy to drink and get in trouble.
Agreed. Well, speaking of while you guys are drinking there, EB says deletion is the only safe way he's got. But he says, I have many for you. Because there's like even dots in there, so that was the dramatic pause.
Dramatic pause!
And the delivery.
I wish he'd actually typed dramatic pause instead of dot, dot, dot. That'd just been funny.
I would have appreciated that. Love that go. They wouldn't have known, but I would have. Michiana Beer Reviews is on. Says, what up, boys?
What up?
My boys!
What up? And Randy Moisner. Good
What up,
evening.
Randy?
Congrats to your Browns, Tyler.
Yeah, buddy!
Fucking another one. John, I think we got to become Browns fans.
No.
Hey.
Oh, and our German brewery just retweeted us.
Of course they did.
Thank you.
Love those guys.
Brewer. I don't even know.
I love those guys. Don't know who they are, but I love them.
Everybody.
But yeah, no, it's a solid beer. I got nothing more to say really on it. Matt, you're the non-IPA guy. Anything you think about it?
I actually had a second of this that I drank a while back because it was getting so damn old, and it's held up really well, all considering the age of this. It was a little more robust in flavor than what it is now when I had it before. So, like some of the ones we had a couple weeks ago were like, if this is as good as it is now, how good would it have been fresh? I think this is going to be one of those that it's definitely worth checking into if you're looking into these as a fresher one.
Yeah.
But good job, Barry.
Yeah, I'm not
I am
nervous.
first on this one. Like we said, I love the mouthfeel. Very pillowy, very soft. Great body. Holds the ABV really well. I'm going to give it a 3.5. Okay. It's this can this time. It is a May beer. We let it sit too long. It happens. We're trying to get through our beers faster, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Solid beer. But 3.5 is best I can go right now.
Fair.
Matt?
I would agree with that wholeheartedly. I think a 3.5 is pretty square on it. It's really good. It's held up pretty well, but it is lost some flavor, I think, just due to more our fault than theirs, which can only help so much, I suppose. But it's still really darn good.
Yeah, I was going to with this beer, this can. I was going to go an average 3, but I was sitting there realizing, you know what? Even though the flavors have dropped out a little bit, the body is so on point. So it's going to bump it up a little bit. I'm only going to go 3.25 on mine. But, I mean, this is going to be an easy half point higher for Ash. And possibly a bunch more.
It's one of the best bodies I've had on an IPA in a while.
Go look at that body.
Definitely well crafted.
Go look at that
Almost
body.
as good as Conan Beerbarian.
Conan Beerbarian. Nothing's better than my glass, though. Sorry.
Is it Beerbarian or Barbarian?
No, it's Beerbarian.
But that's a solid beer. I'm not upset with it at all.
Would be a good choice, though.
Guys, some of my friends who are on that we haven't seen in a while, like Michiana Beer Reviewers. It's good to hear from you guys. Whichever one that's watching. There's 4 of you, and one's in California, so who knows who's watching. But, no, I love it. That's one of my favorite things about... By the way, guys, follow Michiana Beer Reviewers on Instagram, Facebook. They're a blast. I really love following on Facebook because they'll each do live beer reviews individually sometimes. And there's been days where I've literally seen like a beer review from one of them in Indiana, and then the guy in California does one too. So you're actually getting a really good mix of beers. And they're up in the Northwest Indiana area is where they're based out of. So you get areas that we don't have quite as much access to. You get to see some beers. California guy's out there doing his thing. They're great to follow, extremely knowledgeable. Just great dudes, so follow them.
For the record, we apparently have Thad on from
What's up,
Michiana.
Thad? I've met Thad. Thad's a good dude. Thad's the one that hooked me up with my Michiana shirt.
Oh yeah,
I love that
that's an
shirt.
awesome shirt. Yeah.
Oh, I got a permanent stain on it, though.
Wah, wah.
You know what? You're fat and things drip.
Yeah. It was from this stupid show. It was from our stupid show. Yes, I used to constantly wear another show's shirt.
I don't
On
wear
our
our
show.
shirt at all.
I literally used to wear another beer reviewer's shirt for our show constantly.
I'm wearing my R2 beer too.
I'm wearing my Dickie's work shirt, Two Beerded Guys shirt.
Yes.
And then my amazing hat that literally says farming because starving sucks.
That's not wrong.
Love this hat. Our next beer is Resist. This is their Blood Orange Resist Milkshake IPA by the Brewing Project. They spell their words like we do. It's Projekt. IPA with milk sugar, Citra, Mosaic, blood orange, and vanilla. Shocker, Citra and Mosaic.
For the
Never
record,
saw that one coming.
Michiana is saying that they have a Facebook room tomorrow with Windmill
Oh, that's
Brewing,
chunky.
Ooh.
I saw that.
which, yeah, we are big fans of them.
Windmill is awesome, and you guys should be having a blast. This is chunky.
Yeah, I see that coming
Oh
out.
my
Yeah.
god.
Speaking of Windmill, Chris Knight, when you're watching, if you're watching, when you watch or listen, I kind of need to get a price on this. I want to buy a 6 to 1.
I'll get a hold of him.
And Thad's also threatening to send more shirts.
Yes!
He needs sizes.
3X, 3X, and XL?
L?
XL?
He works out. Wow.
Actually, my size is GFU. Yeah, that's the size it is.
Go fuck yourself.
That'd be why.
Took me a second. Yeah, that's why I was messed up for a second.
Hey, Jordan's on.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan, do you remember these?
She says she just ordered a 2BG hoodie.
We saw that. Thank you very much.
Yes, appreciate that.
We appreciate it.
Speaking of ordering shirts. Oh, this is definitely
It's chunky.
unfortunate.
That's an interesting flavor.
Is it because you're chewing it?
Now, milkshake IPAs and I are very hit or miss. I don't like lactose in my IPAs that much. And it is very sweet. Very, very sweet. Yeah, that milk sugar and vanilla. Whew.
I say when I desperation drank my other one, so it didn't get old. Like it did not have the chunkiness like this one does.
You probably just didn't pour it all. That is, I don't care about the chunkiness. That happens with beer.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
It's definitely
sweet.
chunky. It's sweet.
But with the milkshakes and lactose, isn't the point of that to kind of be on the sweeter side?
I would say the point of it is cut down the bitterness, not necessarily be sweet.
I mean, they literally put milk sugar in.
Yeah. But to his answer,
Yeah, I know. I was just saying, like,
just to his question.
Well, I feel like most of the milkshakes that I have had, at least maybe just ones that I preferred, did have that sweeter taste to it. I don't know if that's, I guess, right or incorrect or...
the sweet is hiding the blood orange. Because between milk sugar and vanilla, that's a lot of sweet.
I'm so torn. I don't know how I feel about this.
I'm not getting much blood orange on it.
I'm getting a little bit. I mean, it's there.
It's there. I'm just not getting much.
I would feel like the blood orange should be the defining flavor, and it's not.
That is. I can't get over getting punched in the mouth by that sweetness.
Pow, right in the kisser.
Like I said, I think it's overdone. I think there's too much sweet to it.
Yeah.
You cut back that sweet, let the blood orange come out more. Because I love a good blood orange IPA. You let that blood orange come out a little more.
See the can. Were they going for a creamsicle on this?
It just says Blood Orange Resist Milkshake IPA. That is...
Because I could see where it's kind of creamsicle-ish, but the wrong orange. You know what I mean?
That is... I'm having troubles putting things into words today, but...
Well, while you're getting that together, Michiana says message him sizes. He has a hard time remembering. And
no problem, Thad.
I don't know if Brett's picking on me or if he's throwing his hat in the ring, but he threw out an XL.
Brett, you won't get shit. My brother over here trying to piggyback.
What are brothers for?
I'm the younger brother. Shouldn't it be me piggybacking? Whew. I can tell you right now, it's not going to do well for me. That is too sweet. I ain't looking for sugar in my IPA that
And
much.
yet the blood orange bitterness is kind of there too. It's just all kind of weird to me.
Little astringent at the end. Leaves a film.
Yeah, that's a little unpleasant.
Like that, it leaves a film. Hey Matt, go ahead and leave a splash of water in both of ours.
Say what?
Leave a splash of water in both of our glasses.
Alright.
That's unpleasant.
That's the thing, I don't necessarily find it unpleasant, but it's not good.
I find it unpleasant. I think they overdid it with the sugar. It makes me happy that our German friends retweeted us again.
The blood orange, I would guess, is an extract.
I would assume you don't get enough of it to really tell that well.
Yeah. It's got that chemical, oily sort of taste to it.
There's a coating on my tongue.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, you're first.
Looks like comments got lost on YouTube, says Carrie. And Brett says, can I get a too sweet button? Which I thought that was like NWO Wolfpack, right? Too sweet.
Yeah, that sounds like my brother.
Maybe.
Yep.
Remind me.
That sounds like my brother. And no, you can't.
Remind me.
You're first right there, Maddie.
I don't know, I'm not going to be as harsh on it as you guys, but it definitely was a little off. I think some of it is just the age of it myself. But I'd go flavor-wise, I didn't mind it so much as you guys did. I would go like a 3 1/4.
Okay. We need a calculator on this one.
Yeah, you are.
Like I said, I don't think it's necessarily bad. There's things I don't like about it. Like I said, I think the blood orange is a bit of an extract, which is leaving that little oily, filmy sort of after in my mouth.
That I just had water and it still won't go away.
Yeah. It just doesn't work, so I'm gonna go 2 1/4.
I'm not getting enough of the blood orange, and blood orange is a flavor that if you're going to put it in, people expect it. That's a distinct flavor. That is a flavor anyone can pick out if they've ever had it. And you have to search for it a little bit. I'm getting a chemically oil finish that won't go away. And the sugar is diabetes in a glass in an IPA. And that is not fun. I don't like that. I'm a stout guy and I don't like that in my pastry stouts. That's why I don't drink pastry stouts. That is rough. I'm going to give it a 1.5. I think they missed the mark big time on this one. If it was just one thing, if it was just a little oilier, even if it was just too sweet, I don't enjoy that, but I could get over that.
But the multiples.
There's so many things that just keep adding on top of itself. So what's that end up being, John?
2 1/4.
That is not pleasant. But, we have another resist coming up, so.
Oh.
I guess some comments that are kind of getting lost from YouTube. I don't know if they're still going, if they quit, but I miss David Slivka. What's up, my man?
David!
Brett threw on there, just say Zima and hanging out by the kiddie pool, the same thing. Yeah,
yes,
those were pretty close.
Yeah.
Carrie says he just finished a steak cooked in the fireplace. Is there anything you would like me to cook in the fireplace for Saturday when we're going over for a fantastically
I don't know. It sounds like
provided
Dealer's
whiskey
choice.
tasting?
it sounds like somebody mentioned a brisket.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
You're the host, you choose.
Carrie also says, throwing his hat in the ring for the shirt, says he wears a medium.
Stop it. Y'all, stop piggybacking on our shit.
Michiana's asking, what's the age of that? So I'm guessing this is the one we just finished. I don't know if you have
This
that on
one,
there.
it is a little older. It's not on here, but I believe June or July.
Brett further said, that's why I like John and Oscar and Matt better than Tyler. I'm not sure specifically what that applied to. But...
Probably because they told him he wasn't allowed to have one.
Oh, I just figured that applied to pretty much the
Everything.
majority of things.
Yeah.
And Tab says, yo, I'm 21 now.
Whoa, Tab!
Tab's 21. What up, Tabby?
Happy birthday. Late.
Wait, did she just say something without making fun of me?
Give it
Give her
time.
But that's just weird to me.
It was weird.
I'm not used to this. Whoa, we are flying.
We are. We're going fast.
We don't have, our ghost guest over there's being so quiet.
We always do go faster without a guest because we don't get to talk to them.
And, yeah.
Or spray them with beer.
Anyway, friends of the show. Just a reminder, though, again, I've already said it, but check out all our socials. If you only follow one of them, but you have an Instagram account and you don't follow it, follow it. Also, follow TBG_OpsGuy, Mudhog B&Q, and Offscreen Matt.
A lot of good memes on there.
Yeah, Offscreen Matt has some great memes. John and I have our own unique stuff that we do on our socials. We're both very active on Instagram, so there's that. I posted a new TikTok video today. Basically, if you want to live Jordan getting just destroyed by beer on the show last week, when we tried to use our new shotgun tools that are slightly less than to be desired.
Right.
John's literally exploded right into Jordan's face. And it was
Normally I have to pay extra for that, John.
the greatest thing I think I've ever seen.
I never have.
It was amazing. But yeah, follow all our socials. Everyone's a little unique. We have a little different stuff on each one.
Speaking of Jordan, she says, or 10 minutes of Disney tangents if she would have been.
Yeah.
Fair.
There were several moments from last week's show that I need to turn into short.
It was a good episode. It was a good
It
episode.
really good episode.
And before we move on to the next beer, Michiana's chiming in on the one we just had, said, with the age on that, we probably are going to lose most of that blood orange flavor, and some funk will come up with that kind of age on there.
There was no funk.
Yeah.
Absolutely no funk.
Clean from that.
It was clean. It's oily artificially.
Yeah.
I know artificially is not a word, but oily and artificial feel. Blood orange does drop out, but not that much. That means there wasn't much there. Because I've even had some blood orange IPAs from less than stellar brewers that the blood orange hangs around a lot better and a lot longer. And that's from breweries that don't have reputations like barriers and stuff like that. And don't know what they're doing. So, yes, it can drop out, and we are fair when it comes to that kind of stuff. But there is a point where it wasn't done right. And I feel that was that one.
I think 2 1/4 was a
little rough. Some other ones we just got an influx of comments. I don't know if it's just this thing catching up or people are finally catching in, but we also got Jordan says it smells like Disney. I'm making a t-shirt. Cameron Harrison 08 on the Twitch says, mate, huge spider near the dot board, which I have been inspecting this ever since I saw that. I do not see one, thank God. Either he's blending in really well, or it might be maybe like some of John's push pins, or
it's probably
his fancy veneering.
No, it's probably the...
I see a small little web.
There's a spider web, a thick spider web towards the top. Maybe he's thinking that's it.
Yeah, because if it's a spider, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to flip this table. The show will be over.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, if a spider pops up behind us, Matt will be gone.
One thing I fear in life, spiders. Also...
Speaking of which, I killed the one last week.
Oh, you finally did? Thank God.
Yeah, I took care of it that night.
There was a spider the size of someone's fist, just like crouched behind the toilet, watching everyone in there take a piss.
It was slightly bigger than my thumbnail.
That's the thing. He was just perving out. He wasn't hurting anybody.
Yeah, he's got 8 eyes to see what I'm working with over here. I know it's not
He
like
still
right
has
now,
problems
but-
seeing it.
It takes all 8 for you.
And like, you can't fuck with a spider and not kill it because it made you. It soaked you in with like 8 eyes. Valerie's with me. She feels it. It's like, yeah, spiders suck. And Russell says, "Are you guys ready?"
No. Yes. I hate this part of the show.
Pet name of the week. Liz says hi to her Little Bearded Buffalo Chili Con Queso. Ooh, that's a good one.
Definitely cool.
That sounds delicious, except for the bearded part.
Definitely cool queso.
I'm going back to calling you Liv.
And Valerie Triddle just threw up. I don't know if that was because of the comment or the spider. Maybe both.
Thad, if you're still watching, what's something that up in the northwest of Indiana that you have had recently that you've thoroughly enjoyed, my man? We haven't had as much beer from up there lately as we'd like.
Up north.
Cameron on Twitch, thanks for watching.
Yeah. What he said. I do care about you too.
Valerie is clarifying it was a spider, not your pet.
Bullshit. Anyway, so our next beer is Hoosier's Pie Face Key Lime.
Depolarizing.
A sour smoothie from the Hoosier Brewing Company here in the Indy area.
It smells like key lime.
This is a beer that has definitely polarized some of the beer communities on Facebook. And I want to try it so I have an opinion for when I respond to some of these posts.
So you have some cannon fodder?
I don't know why, but I've been in a pot stirring mood the last couple days and I haven't had anything to stir.
Now.
And so...
Let me ask you this before you taste it. Are you hoping for good results or bad results?
Oh, I want good.
He just wants whatever results are going to get him the most, like, digs
No, I
in
want
on
good
the
because the last sour we had from Hoosier was good.
Hoosier's been putting out some good stuff.
I'm not a huge Hoosier fan, but we have had a couple recently that I liked.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it follows that trend because they've worked very hard. They seem to be the most open brewery in the area for feedback. They're always asking people for credible feedback, not just, oh, it wasn't good. Like, well, tell us about it, why. And they're trying to fix their process constantly. So I appreciate small breweries who work that hard and try to take the customer in.
And real quick also, this came up with them, I believe it was them. They're a 21 and over place with an axe throwing area, right? If you take your kid to a 21 and over place and you're told that you can't stay there, don't go write a horrible Yelp review. It's a 21 and over place by state law.
With axe throwing.
With axe throwing.
Which, if you've never done, do it.
Not a place for kids.
Not a place for kids. And don't write them up as if it's their fault. It's not their fault.
Also, Jordan says she has to check off. I really won't go into further detail on that.
Nah.
Oh, what did she say?
She wants to check off. Say it real quick.
No, what?
Check off.
Check off.
Yeah, but what did she say?
Check off, you hoser.
What else she say?
Let's just say that there was an incident that required cleaning up in the living room. Maybe a child.
The child. I assumed. Or Steve.
That could be. Okay. It smells like key lime.
I don't hate it.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't hate it.
It's so sour.
It's so sour. I kind of wondered when he said he didn't like it. I know he doesn't like sour.
I wish, guys, that there was, for once, there was a camera on Matt, because he's literally behind the camera going...
It's lime.
It's
There's a little bit of sweetness in there. No. I go bite a lime. It's going to taste like this.
Yeah.
Well, it's not key lime. It's very heavy on the lime and light on the key.
Very much lime. Just a little bit of sweetness to try to remind you it's supposed to be a smoothie sour.
Where are we getting the sweetness on this?
Really?
It's a little bit there.
It finishes sweet.
God, I love that sour.
No.
I love that tartness.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
There's something there that bugs me. I can't quite pick up what it is.
The graham cracker tastes like coconut.
But I like the overall flavor.
Yeah, I do too.
The tartness is fantastic.
It hits like 10 seconds later too.
It is not a beer you're going to drink a ton of. You're not going to have like 3 of these. Because you'll have a ton of heartburn if you try to have 3 of these. Which, by the way, while I'm looking at my phone, because I feel like it'll be fun to tell you, on January 16th, correct?
This Saturday?
This coming Saturday is our brew day. And the reason I'm excited to say that is because we just got the first draft of our recipe for our beer. John, would you like to tell them what we're making?
It is, and I don't want to get this wrong, but it's going to be an imperial nut brown with blueberry and hot peppers.
Barrel aged.
And barrel aged.
I am stupid excited for this.
Do we have a name for that?
I don't think so, not yet.
No name.
We will. But yeah, we have all the malts and everything else recipe sent to us. It's what's really nice when you have guys who actually do this for a living and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Flaked oats going to have a good mouthfeel.
I really like sour, but man, they probably could have. They could have done the exact opposite of the last beer and bumped the sweetness just a little bit,
or a lot,
to make it more
palatable.
It's palatable.
It's more drinkable, like easier, a little easier to drink. That drinkability factor could go up just a hair. Because, like, I like sour, but realistically, if I owned a brewery, I wouldn't want to sell this.
I would want to.
People are going to have one of these and sip it really slow, and it's going to be hard to sell multiple.
I want to turn it into popsicles.
That'd be fun. Slushies.
It'd be really, really
Hey,
good.
slushies.
Absolutely.
That's the thing is, thinking as an operations guy, this beer's great.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my tap room.
Right.
If I'm selling it, I want it all in cans. I want nothing sold on draft.
Yeah.
Because I don't want people drinking it at the bar. They'll have one, and that they might sip on that for a while.
So what would this... Okay, so Slivka was watching. He oftentimes likes to ask what would we pair it with. I mean, definitely...
Ice
I'm
and
a
make it
dessert
into
guy.
a slushy.
Ice and make it a slushy. I think if you had a plain cheesecake, it would go really good with that.
Let's be the one time to add tequila to something, make it a slushy and add tequila.
And I was going to say Mexican. Because it's similar to a margarita.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind like a plain cheesecake.
Yeah.
That sweet from the cheesecake mixed in with this.
Yep. But I could drink this instead of a margarita with a Mexican dinner too.
Oh, yeah. I could too.
Yeah.
On a bright note, Carrie says brisket and ribs.
Yes.
That is an interesting beer. I'm not upset with it. I'm very glad we had it today. Matt brought it over for us to try probably off camera.
Courtesy of Chris Ream.
Chris Ream, I love it.
But I wanted to have it on camera. I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was
And
actually
go first this time.
You
I was
do.
really just hoping like you guys wanted to try it so you could have it and I didn't have to relive that. Or at least it got split
Matt's
4
going
ways.
to hammer this thing.
Yeah.
I'll try to be gentle, but it's... I mean, I definitely see why this is a polarizing beer. I just didn't know if you guys would appreciate it or not. I thought I'd know it'd be too tart for even you guys.
John and I both like tart.
I like tart. That is a whole other game.
I eat sour candy till my tongue is burnt. I can't stop. That being said, I'm going to go with 3.75 on this one. If I see it, I'm going to buy it again. I feel like I feel like I'm going to get some heartburn from it. So there's some factors that I'm not going to enjoy from it. But
What'd you give it?
3.75. I really enjoy it. I love the tartness of it. I definitely want to pair this with some different types of food. So 3.75.
I thoroughly enjoy it. I'm not going to go as high as John did. I think, again, and that might be partially just my operations brain working in this, and I would be pissed if this was on tap. I'm going to go 3.5.
Okay.
I think it's a great beer. The only knock I have is it's probably just a little too sour to really, really be drinkable. Because, like, I love sour things, and I don't know if I could drink much more than what I had.
It's a lot. I'd have to drink
Not
it
without
slow.
eating something.
I'd have
Like,
to
if
drink
I
it
was
slow, yeah.
also
That's-
eating, then sure. But just drinking a beer, I'm not sure I could have much more than what I had.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you guys, can you polish off a can?
If I was eating along with it,
Give me
yes.
another one. Let's see.
Ream's got another one that he's dying to get rid of.
If
I'll take it.
If I was eating along with this, then yeah, I could polish a can.
Which
But
is not seeking it out. That's
being lazy.
yeah.
But yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Matt?
Well, per our established rules, I would rather not drink that than a lot of things.
Do it. Do you, buddy? You do you.
Do you,
It's
boo-boo?
fine. That's why we average things.
Because what a 2 is, I'll drink it, but I'll be grudgingly about it, and a 1 is, I don't want it, and then it just gets worse from there, right?
Yeah.
1.25.
Okay.
So I feel like it was well done for what it was. Like, it wasn't, like, poorly crafted. Like, it wasn't, like, sludgy or anything. Like,
That's why we don't let him count very often.
dude, this is, like, a very polarizing beer, and I can totally understand why. I see why people are going to war online about
That's a
this.
2.75.
And Michiana says stuff that they're looking into. They had some 2 times mango milkshake,
Nice.
Burnham Brewing's juice puns,
Ooh. Okay.
and Studebaker Brew the Rockney.
Is
I imagine you
Studebaker-
said stout.
I'm assuming that's out of Auburn.
I don't think I've had anything by Studebaker.
I haven't either. I don't know if I've heard of it.
I know the old Studebaker cars. I wonder if it's
I might
like
have to.
Oh, that's Duesenberg. Never mind.
I
yeah,
might have
Duesenberg,
to-
Cork, Auburn are all up north.
Might have to
Studebaker's
look,
somewhere different, I think.
Yeah,
Might have to look them up.
I got confused.
That'd be an Indiana brewery I've never had. So,
Yeah. Studebakers are from Northern Indiana, I believe.
but yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up.
Cars?
Yeah.
I don't think they were.
No?
It's Auburn, Cord, and Duesenberg.
Well, that's Auburn, right? But I
Yeah.
think Studebaker's maybe like South Bend. I could be wrong.
Really?
I don't know. I could be wrong.
I
probably am wrong.
Let's talk beer because we know more about it.
This is true.
I know a lot about cars.
A little bit.
You do. He
I
doesn't.
don't.
We could definitely. I'll have to look that up. Two Toms is always great. They're hit or miss in general for me on their overall, but I love the people, and I seem to always find 2 or 3 beers I like.
And it's a great place up there. It's a
Yeah,
great
they're one of
environment.
those people that even if I find a beer I don't, I'm guaranteed to find 2 or 3 I do.
Yeah.
I love breweries like that because that means they're swinging. And they're swinging.
They're trying things.
If you have nothing but middle of the road beers, that means you're not trying.
Yeah.
And you end up losing. Like I know breweries
There's nothing that stands out.
that always hung out in the middle, and now even their middles aren't as good because they stopped innovating. Excuse me, that beer. Whew, they stopped innovating and stopped trying.
Am I getting validation over there?
No, I like the score I gave it. 2 Toms, yeah, they miss sometimes, but they're always swinging. They're always going for the fences, and that means they get really good beers. They have some middle of the road, and then they have some bad. I want breweries that go for balls to the wall on everything.
Listerman.
Yeah, Listerman's had some of the best scored beers we've ever had. They've also had the worst scored beer we've ever had.
Yes.
I like breweries that swing for the fences.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss sometimes, but I love it.
But they're not missing because it's brewed bad. They're missing just because they tried something that didn't work.
Exactly. I love it.
And on that note, Michiana says, come on up. The brewery is in the Studebaker Mansion, which I did just go ahead and fact check. Studebaker Automobile Corporation was in South Bend, Indiana. So,
That's a first.
I did not know that was up there.
Yeah.
John was right for once.
Yes.
But it's in the old mansion?
Yeah,
that would be.
that's
yeah,
really
I might
cool.
have to come
I
visit
am-
you guys after all.
I am like shocked.
I've always wanted to go to the Cord, Duesenberg, and Auburn Museum, so I don't know if you guys
I
boys
can
want
make
to go
that
like
happen.
a weekend trip. We could maybe do.
That'd be fun.
You can make that happen.
I'm sure that's 6 feet away because no one cares about 1930s cars but me. So
Anyway,
That's true.
what time is it?
it is
7:52. So we're gonna actually end hour 1 probably a couple minutes early.
Yeah.
Because we've already burned through our first 4 beers. We have 4 beers set up for hour 2.
Let's shout out real quick Russell because he's going to have to bounce soon. Russell, Turfs Up Radio, Nightcap with Hecubus. Every Monday through Friday. And what is it? 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time.
Mm-hmm.
So check out Turfs Up Radio. Check out Russell. Especially Thursday nights when we're on with him. At least me.
When John's on and then maybe one of us.
Yeah, maybe one of you guys. 8:15 normally is when we go on. Every 2 weeks we do Bunker Sports. So we just did last week.
Futsal meets all.
No, that wasn't that one.
Oh, that's the one you loaded on though.
Yeah, I was trying to solve with that.
My bad.
Derailed. Yes. No, we did the shot luge.
Oh, good lord.
It's fun.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, but it featured the
Yeah, who competed in that
new
one?
appearance. The debut appearances of both Dale
Oh boy.
and Theater Kid.
Dale and Theater Kid. All right.
Yes. So
which appropriate time Russell's saying that he's got to check out. So have a great show yourself, sir. And Michiana says they may be down for February 6th. They're already booking a date.
okay.
Let me look at the calendar.
Yeah. Write that down. February 6th.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
Hey, I'm sitting here trying to think.
All right. I will look and I'll get back with you, Thad. Anyway.
Oh, and Russell, if you're still listening because it's playing in the background as you're getting ready, I don't know if I ever posted last week's movie review because I don't know if he ever posted it. So I need to check that.
Good lord. Anyway, so that's gonna
Buddy
be,
system.
that's gonna be the end of hour number 1. We appreciate you guys listening. We got off the rails per usual. We have 4 beers, 3 stouts, 1 IPA all to go. The 3 stouts are beers I'm extremely looking forward to. The IPA I'm very interested in. Thank you guys for tuning in for hour 1. We'll be back in like 2 to 5 minutes at most. I'm TBG_ops guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Behind the mic, the one and only.
I'll scream Matt.
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll be right back.
beards and awesome hats.
Yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh, yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh, yes, they are two bearded guys. Oh, yes, they are two bearded guys. Two bearded guys.
Yes.
Welcome back for hour number 2. We finally figured out how we were going to use Tommy's theme song.
Yes.
Perfect for hour 2 because we're usually drunk and...
The only beer drinking show badass enough for 2 theme songs.
done in 2 very different styles.
Very different styles.
Suck on that, Michiana.
All right. Thanks for watching. That's it. We got to end.
Wow, Matt forgot one of his main jobs.
Oh,
Dish,
shit!
bitch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just
Hashtag.
useless.
Next is an IPA.
Yeah, after that, though, we need a rinse.
Oof.
Our next beer is by Odd 13 Brewing.
Out of Colorado.
Hop Wizard. This is a much newer IPA than the other ones we've had. So, yeah. This is out of Lafayette, Colorado, 5.75% ABV. The hops are Azacca, Altus, Citra, and Mosaic. Yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Have you had anything from Out 13 before?
I have not.
I actually have.
I'm sorry.
So
No.
when I went out to Denver, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I made sure I got some. I was in the liquor store. I was like, hey, what beer should I get? He's like, try Out 13. So
That's not this beer, because that's not the data.
no, it's not this
Okay.
beer.
I was like,
I've not had this one, but they tend to have some superhero themes on the cans and things like that. So
Who had the platform recently to leave it in the bathroom there, John?
that was Tyler.
I was gonna say, you
And
he moonlighting on us?
He didn't finish it, so
Oh,
then
wasn't
I
good.
went and
Dumped
dumped
it.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't good.
Yeah, that's the Martian.
Yeah. I tried drinking it.
We have one rule on this show, Tyler. Finish your beer.
Yeah, it was late at night. I passed out. Probably one of those nights I was a little drunk. Shocker.
What? No way.
Yeah, no. All right, yeah. Odd 13.
Oh, 13.
What's
Wish
the
you weren't
name
so
of it
awkward,
again?
bud.
Hop Wizard. What'd you say?
Wish you weren't so awkward, bud.
Me? Fuck you.
Are you sure you don't watch Little...
Sorry I took a fucking breath. My bad. Can carry your weight a little bit.
It's a lot of weight.
All your focus is just on keeping yourself upright.
Yeah.
Never seen a weak fat guy.
Lessons of the show.
That's true.
It's not fat, it's power.
No, that was actually Lessons at the Bonfire.
That was Bonfire.
Yeah.
I learned about it on here.
You learned about it at the bonfire. At my house.
Was that? Oh, this is hoppy.
I like it.
Yeah. The front of it was really good. I was like, oh, this is kind of sweet. It's got good flavor. It's got good rum. Oh, hop!
No, it is a lot of hop, but I don't think it's overly hopped.
There's no hop burn.
No.
Slight astringency from a more bitter beer. No
Which is,
shock.
Yeah, which is what it's supposed to be.
A little bit drying. Not nearly as soft a mouthfeel. So everything it should be. Like, I'm saying these as if they sound bad. It's what it should be. It's not a New England. It's an IPA. It is a little bit of bitter. Not over bittered.
No,
A little bit of bittering hops. A little sweet. Nice aroma.
it's well crafted.
I like it.
And this is a newer one, right? So
Yeah.
this is how old?
September.
Okay.
October.
So 3 to 4 month time frame.
So in the realm of where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Which we always say that. Go to a local liquor store and buy an IPA, a craft IPA. Unless it's one they have massive turnover in, so like the over popular Bell's Two Hearted, shit like that. A lot of the IPAs you buy are going to be 4 and 5 months old.
Yeah.
So, yes, we try not to let them get that far, and a good craft liquor store doesn't let that happen. Unfortunately, most don't care.
And oftentimes at breweries, I know for the longest of times, place like a Sun King, they wouldn't sell it to groceries, like their IPAs, because they knew it's at warm on the shelf.
But they do now.
They do now because they realized no one gives a fuck. No one can tell.
No.
Unless you're a super beer snob.
Or just drink a lot of beer.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. We will need a rinse, obviously, because we're moving on to stouts. But
When's your who starting?
that's tasty.
It's one of the closer, I mean, to style IPAs we've had in a while.
Yeah, I'm not upset with that at all. Like I said, it had a great aroma. Just a little sweet at the beginning. Lot more bittering hops than the other ones we've had.
Wasn't watery thin, so
No,
nice body.
decent body. Little drying. Again, it should be with the bittering hops. Man, I enjoyed that.
What's the ABV? Let me see the can again.
5.75.
I mean, yeah, okay.
It's a very traditional IPA.
Yeah.
I'm gonna seek this out. I'm gonna be perfectly honest.
Right.
My friends are in Colorado. I'll probably go out there and visit them in the spring. When I'm out there, I'm absolutely gonna go to Odd 13 or to a liquor store to find Odd 13, and I'm gonna try to get more of that.
Nice.
I really like that. I'm gonna give it a 4 on the dot.
Okay. Matt.
Now to the guy who doesn't like traditional IPAs.
The guy that does like traditional IPAs is going to have a slightly different score than you two gentlemen. I mean, I can at least begrudgingly drink that one. It's not like terrible. It's just if you're in the boat like me where you don't like the hoppier IPAs, this isn't going to be your cup of tea.
If you don't like beers with hops.
Well, no, the hoppy IPA is not my jam. This is not my jam. But I could drink it, like, if someone handed it to me, I could put it down. Like, I wouldn't be super pissy about it. Like, recognizing that it is well crafted and well done, 2.5.
Okay. And I'll probably be splitting the difference. I'm going to go 3 1/4. I think it is really well done. On the flip side of that, maybe a little more stringent than I personally like, but I think it's well done.
What's it give us?
So that actually should be a 3 1/4.
Woohoo! John did math well in his head. I just had a feeling John didn't do it well in his head. I really did.
Well, he took a pause there.
I didn't have much faith in you. I'm sorry. But it's 3 1/4 again. You can find all our scores on Untapped usually by the following week. We are all caught up currently because I may have let all of December not get posted until this past week. Yeah.
That works sometimes.
That may have happened, and by may have happened, I mean it absolutely happened.
There's at least a 95% chance.
I didn't realize how much I hadn't done yet, and I was like
Until
flipping back, and I'm like, oh.
So wait, did you like blog out of guilt? Is that what happened? Like, oh my god, I haven't done anything in so long. Let me get all these like beers on here, and I'm gonna go ahead and do some blogs.
No,
You notice I
baseball.
made sure that I packed up our package, our Porsche bomb.
No, I was doing
Yeah.
baseball
speaking
stuff.
of- is that an update we should put on here on what's going on with that?
What?
The Porsche bomb?
What?
Was that for here?
What are you talking about?
It was our giveaway.
Yeah.
We already announced the winners. And
Well, I mean, like, just, hey, it's coming. You know, one of those.
I already talked to him today.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he watches. He should though.
Whew, that's a glaring. That's an endorsement for us right there. No,
I wish he did.
ooh, I like the feel of this can.
It's good feeling can. Are we going back to last week?
Oh, it's soft.
I get it.
I want to feel some cans. You want to feel some cans?
No ribs. We felt ribs.
We just feel
Ooh, that's a nice waxy paper, isn't it?
Upper ribs.
It's got a good tactile feel to it.
Ooh, $5 word.
It's his first one ever. All right, so our next beer
That's like my
is
third.
by McKellar Brewing. Brewed and canned by McKellar, San Diego. Imperial Stout brewed with coffee. This is the Beer Geek Brunch at 10.9% ABV.
I think we should do another Love Your Cans contest too, because
We haven't done a Love Your Cans contest in a while. We need to do that.
yeah.
I agree.
Hashtag Love Your Cans.
Love Your Cans.
Wait, so we made it to the stout portion of the show?
Yes, we did. Can you tell what he enjoys the most, folks?
He set up his own.
You're the guys that put me in charge of the buttons. Just remember that.
You push buttons very well.
You do.
I push buttons good. Get it right.
So he uses a $5 word and then says, I push buttons good. This is what we have to deal with, folks.
God damn it.
And for some reason, y'all like him.
Well, if you look at the skill set in which I do push buttons, I think I said it properly.
It's a stout.
It's a stout. Oh shit! National title game just started.
Yeah, I saw that. OH.
Ayo!
Fuck Ohio State.
That's the Ohio State?
I mean, I am rooting.
Yeah, it's Alabama. Alabama's like Pittsburgh. Fuck them.
Yeah, No, I can't do it. I'm rooting for Alabama. I would root for IU every day of the week before I ever rooted for Ohio State. I'm a Boilermaker. We're supposed to hate IU. I don't hate IU. I hate Ohio State. Notre Dame and Ohio State. Nope. Can't root for them.
You wonder why no one likes you.
It is what it is. I stick to my strong opinions. I don't back down out of peer pressure.
Dude, was it a movie quote or something like, y'all didn't know he's a virgin until he's 28 years old? Roll Tide.
There is a shit ton of coffee in this.
I smell it. I haven't tasted it yet. Great head.
Yeah. Where's that? There we go.
Light viscosity. Just a little bit of legs running down the glass.
A lot of coffee, but it's not overpowering. It's more a little bit on the back end. I get some of that coffee astringent on the back end.
I don't mind it.
It's more potent on the nose than the tongue, really. Like,
Yeah.
It smells like there's gonna be a lot more coffee than what you get.
Yeah.
Which you get a decent amount, but it's not, like you said, overwhelmingly.
And I'm not a big coffee person, but
It's a whelmed level of coffee.
I like it.
All right, so for all you beer fans watching the show, all maybe 3 of you that are still watching, what is your go-to hard alcohol? I've been trying to kind of looking at craft beer people and really trying to figure out what their hard alcohol of choice is. And I have started noticing, for the most part, it does tend on your beer styles. A lot of stout drinkers tend, John not included, to lean more dark liquors.
Brown party liquor. Brown party liquor. Whiskey.
Anyway, I've noticed that a lot of IPA drinkers tend to
Coffee, stout.
go a little more lighter. Vodkas, gins. Gin, I've noticed, is very popular with
I'm a
IPA
gin
drinkers.
vodka guy. Yeah.
I like gin, but I do drink a lot more bourbons. Bourbons and other whiskeys.
Drinking a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Guest sip by Steph.
And all right, so we do have some people chirping off. That brought some people back on. I thought we kind of fell off. Michiana Thad says he is Captain Morgan.
Okay.
Got a little captain in him.
Another dark liquor.
Carrie Davis says Scotch. Duh.
I like me some scotch.
Valerie is a rum girl, but I also am a big stout fan.
Dark rum or light rum? Because if it's dark rum, if it's spiced rum, that follows along with what I said. Dark liquor. If it's clear rum, then that doesn't follow what I said.
Kevin, on the other hand, says he's a bourbon man.
Attaboy,
You knew
Kev.
I liked him. Speaking of the difference of rum, what is it? The Kraken? That shit is devil juice. Like,
Sailor Jerry will get you fucked up too.
no, I'm drinking Kraken 3 times in my life. All 3 times I blacked out. And I, henceforth, no longer drink Kraken.
One of my best friends from college, whenever he drinks Sailor Jerry,
Yeah.
he literally has a name. His name's Dan, and he's Sailor Dan when he drinks Sailor Jerry, because that means he is getting just
Blasted.
fucked. And I've seen, there's a video of him falling off a pier on spring break. Technically, he kind of fell through it and then off of it. There's a photo evidence that I own of him unbelievably blacked out at his bachelor party from Sailor Jerry, laying in his shower.
I think, there's a video that I had seen or heard tell of from a bachelor party. Not that I had. Man, that's just holding it over his head. Kevin says he's not much on stouts despite liking his bourbons, though.
Okay, that's fair.
So he's going counter to your thing.
Well, there's always going to be weirdos.
Valerie's clarifying light rum. Says her son loves Kraken, though.
That's funny that Val likes light rum and drinks stouts, and he likes bourbon and doesn't.
And he puts his Kraken in the freezer, the son does, apparently. Which I'm not a fan of, like, the frozen liquor, because I feel like just the viscosity gets so, like, syrupy. And I'm like, if I'm taking shots, I don't want to just, like, linger. I just want to go ahead and get it done.
I have noticed very cold alcohol, though. You don't get the burn when you take the shot.
Yeah, but it just
Goes
takes
down smoother.
It takes so long to drink it.
Jaeger.
It's like engine oil.
No.
Fireball.
You can't pay me to drink Jaeger.
Also, Bunny chiped in. What's up, Bunny?
All right,
She says scotch or rum for her.
Okay.
See, I tend to be vodka gin.
I'm bourbon. When I do go lighter, though, it's gin or tequila.
Because I like to be able to, and I don't do a lot of mixing. I don't do a lot of fruity drinks, things like that. But I do like to try some different blends.
When I drink vodka, it's White Russians.
Yeah.
Well, that's a cocktail. You don't really count that as like a liquor.
No, but like if I'm drinking vodka, it's in a White Russian.
Yeah,
it's very rare for me to have vodka in any other form.
And I drink a lot of Diet Dew, and I like Applejack. So, Applejack with Diet Dew.
I've seen you drink that.
Yeah.
That's a weird combo to me.
It tastes like Pepsi has a product that's not sold here. It's sold in Texas called Manzanita Soul. It's a pop.
Yeah, I've had it.
It tastes like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Anyway, yeah, we went on a tangent.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I
it's liquor.
I take in both types of liquor. I drink bourbon, and if I'm not drinking bourbon, then I'll dabble in some scotch.
Now, we had a conversation the other day that definitely led me to believe you don't do both types of liquor.
Yep, it's hour 2. Anyway, back to this beer, though. Finishes very roasty coffee at the end. Little sweet at the beginning. For being 10.9%, it's a little thinner body than I expected, but not a bad body. It's an average stout body. It's just thinner than what I expected. Because we've had a lot of McKellers that have been a lot heartier.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is not thick like a bowl of oatmeal?
No, but it's not.
But it's not
It's
Guinness.
not Guinness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good bodied on the stout. It just wasn't what I expected. So I'm not knocking it. It just caught me off guard.
We've definitely had coffee stouts that are way more coffee than this, but the coffee is here and present, no doubt.
And not overpowering.
It's a coffee that I would drink, not being a coffee drinker.
Yeah, it's
not black coffee.
I'm very pleasant by it. I'm very
Pleasantly-
pleased by it.
Pleasantly
pleased.
surprising.
I think I started to say like pleasantly surprised or pleased, and it was very pleasantly.
Alright. The liquor conversation definitely got some good comments that we got coming in still. Miss Shannon is saying Sailor Jerry will beat the shit out of your liver.
Dude, yeah, Will.
Valerie says, oh, I drink vodka. It will be in a screwdriver. And Pete Ferrar's on. What's up, Ugly Pete?
Ugly Pete.
Also known as Water Performance Technology, LLC.
I'm surprised he hadn't been like, why didn't you
Coming
call?
If you have any water or water accessory needs, look up Water Performance Technology.
I'll make sure it tastes good.
The first name in water.
Yeah. Matt's writing Pete's new commercial over here.
We need one for him, yeah.
No. Yeah, he was our first sponsor. And, well, besides Turf's Up. Depends on what you call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Pete
Did he quit?
No. Pete takes care of us. It's
He does take care of us.
Yeah.
He's a good, he's a good bud.
Heart
Good
you,
bud.
Pete.
And he does great work. Hire him for your water.
I've had beer from breweries that he's done, and definitely the water has never been the problem, ever.
True.
I can guarantee that.
Shit.
Matt goes first on this one, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Alright, that was pretty darn tasty, boys.
Barely know her.
I enjoyed that. I don't know if it would quite be a search it out. It'd be like I think for me, the flavor was good, the ABV was good. It had a good consistency to it, but it wasn't, like Tyler said, I could have gone for it to be a little thicker, but it wasn't bad. Like, there's a lot of things that were really good, but not quite that next, putting it over that hump, I guess. Definitely would, if I saw it again, probably pick it up. Definitely would not say no to it. Don't know how to search it out. So I'd go like a strong 3.75. Or like 3.75 plus, you know, like.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of like you're a large. Anyway, continue.
I am a large. Oh, wait, well, we're talking something else, then maybe. No, that's a small.
Yeah, you're not an XL there. No.
You seen it?
No, but the spider has.
Yeah, who you been talking to,
Spider told
John?
me.
He told us before I killed him.
That was
Not
a
the
cold
only
day.
for everyone watching.
Go ahead.
Because I'm probably going to have to go search out for the spouse. I'm going to give it a 4.
She did really like that sip.
She did. She
Yeah.
really liked that. So.
I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to agree with Matt. It's going to be a 3.75 average. I'm going to give it a 3.75. I did very much enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go look for it.
Still a strong recommend, though.
There's
Absolutely.
other coffee stouts I'll definitely get before this one.
There is an extra can up there. by the
Oh,
way.
okay.
Yeah.
there is?
Good for her.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, very enjoyable. Just not quite seek it out for me. But very enjoyable. I definitely would drink it if I ran into it. If I saw it at the liquor store or something like that.
If it come to me into a party, I'd drink it, yeah.
Yeah, somebody handed me... Dude, I heard you
I'd be
like
super happy.
Hey, that's my favorite is when you go to a party at a place where
Yeah.
they don't drink stouts that often, but maybe they had people leave some. Because it's always like, oh, you like stouts? I've had these forever. And they hand you like the Glory of God shelfie, and you're just like...
Yeah.
Because I've had that.
Because those do age.
I've had some of the best
Furthermore,
stouts
stouts are
ever from people that have been like, oh, my buddy like last year left these stouts when he was here. I'm not a stout guy, but I know you are. Here's one. And you're just like,
In that moment, do you have that crisis of conscience? Like, do I rub your nose in this and tell you how wrong you are, or just not say anything so when I come back, I can get more of this treatment?
It's like a
I do both.
It's like a 3-year-old Dark Lord Marshmallow Hangy.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like you get these just stupid. I've been handed the
that
Dark Lord
sells for
before.
$800 in the market.
I don't...
I've been handed like Dark Lords before from people that had no idea what they've had. I've been at parties and just been like, yes, these are just average stouts.
Wait, you've been at a party and been handed Dark
Listen, I'll
Lord?
do you
Like,
a
they're
favor.
It
like,
was like somebody left it at his house and he didn't like stouts. He never even opened it.
I need to meet more of your friends.
Or
Most-
not, because they don't know what good beer
No,
is.
most of my friends don't do that.
Uh-huh.
These are people that are like friends of friends that hear from, or it was like my ex's friends that are like, I drink Busch Light. Here's a stout, and you're like, it's a Dark Lord that somebody left at their house, and you're like,
I drink Keystone
Yes.
Light as well. I can get along with them on that one. I can take their shit they don't want, that I do.
While he's pouring, during the break, I did post our most recent movie review, a drunken movie review.
Took you long enough.
Well, yeah, not bad. There was a delay and then another delay. But with that being said, we had never done a new movie.
No,
And so we did Wonder Woman 84, WW 84.
you should, if you've seen it or don't plan on watching it, you should definitely listen to our review. If you plan on watching it and haven't seen it yet, we'll listen to it afterwards.
If you're on the fence, like you're like, maybe I'll watch it, maybe I won't, I would recommend listening to it because it's 2.5 hours that you may not need to see.
We had strong opinions. You should listen to the review.
Ironically, we were all on the same page, though.
But they were very strong opinions.
Yeah, I wish I could say something else, but I really can't. That's just kind of what it was.
Yeah, it was disappointing.
But excited for tonight's drunken movie review. I was super excited because we watched a movie that neither of you guys had watched.
Yeah, it's the first time in history that John had seen a movie that Tyler nor I have not. Probably the last time that will happen as well.
And considering how big of movie buffs Matt and I are, that's...
And the fact that you guys missed this one.
Well, I remember it being out. I just misinterpreted what it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more of like a serious drama, and I was like, I'm sure it's going to be a good movie, but not going to be up my alley. And then when I watched it, like, oh no, this is actually really hilarious.
Which we are doing. Little Miss Sunshine, the Steve Carell movie. It is...
The Alan Arkin movie.
It is... I can't wait to talk about it. Anyway, our next beer
Shit, I can't think of her name.
is...
Abigail
The
Breslin.
Abigail Breslin movie.
Our next beer
That's
is
fair.
League of Extraordinary Chicows. Or my bad, Chicows. Because the
Get it right,
exclamation
yeah.
point is before the S.
Cows.
Yeah. 2020, so it's this year's. It's an oatmeal cookie stout. Double brown ale with hazelnut, or it's not a stout, my bad. Oatmeal cookie, double brown ale with hazelnuts and oatmeal cookies. 10% ABV from their triple digit series. We had their regular Chicow. This is, I don't know, something different. This is the League of Extraordinary Chicows.
The oatmeal variant, I believe.
This was released February of 2020.
Or is it oatmeal cookie, maybe?
So almost a year old.
Almost a year old. Let's get our smaller swirl in.
I gotta put it on can cam real quick. Almost forgot. Oh, going the wrong way. There we go. I do that every time.
Pete Farrar says he have HBO Max. He could do a movie review with us.
HBO Max.
That's what it was.
That's what we watched it on, and the review is definitely interesting. I can't wait till people watch it a little bit or listen to it a little bit because I want to hear their thoughts.
Oh, I also missed a chime in on the liquor conversation
the
well
hose.
from Jason Bell. He thinks he only drinks whiskey, usually bourbon or rye, which rye is one of those we don't really hear a lot of people in a lot of conversations when I talk to people about bourbons or liquors. Rye seems kind of like the stepchild that most people just kind of forget about.
It's because rye's a little spicier and a lot of people pansy away from
It is hotter. I mean, it's not as much.
I
for
mean,
me.
I like rye.
I've tried a few, so I know. I'm like, all right, I respect it, but it's just not my game. But like most people, I haven't heard too many people like, yeah, I love a rye.
See, I drink sour mash ryes and bourbons. I don't drink scotches. While you'll drink scotch, like you go that more way. You go bourbon and scotch.
Yep.
I'm more the harsher up to the softness of bourbon is about as soft as I go. Nothing happened. He hit a button and nothing happened.
I guess that button's getting worn out. It's my favorite one.
I literally stopped talking specifically to let the sound come through.
I was like, why is nobody saying anything?
Because I pushed it and it didn't do anything. Maybe you got some residual from that beer cocky last week.
Probably. Things are a bit sticky.
That's on a great short pour on our YouTube. So check out the Jordan Gets Beer Cockied short pour. Not brew cockied.
Or boo cocky.
Or boo cocky. That's what I'm saying. It's beer cockied.
She probably
beer
did get
cocky.
brew cocky.
Yeah, she got brew cockied and beer cockied, not the other one. Butt cockied. By the way, if you have kids in the room, bad time to do that.
I don't think there's ever a good time.
I don't know.
Maybe the drunken movie reviews where we try to limit our fucking, but it still seems to keep happening.
That might be the first F-bomb today.
I almost said one earlier and I didn't. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I think we were trying to practice so hard for the drunken movie review, which, by the way, Matt is the only one to drop F-bombs last week.
Yeah, I did the first one, and then I was like, well, surely one of these other guys will not leave me hanging, but you know what?
Is that 2 weeks in a row?
Indeed, they did.
I think that's 2 weeks in a row you've been the only one.
Anyways, so then I ended up dropping 2, and they just left me hanging. Way to go, guys. Thanks.
Damn straight we did.
We're trying to get sponsorships.
Fuck you, bitch.
Normally, John just really takes that and runs with it.
That is my thing. You know,
I normally feel like I'm pretty safe.
Oh, the first one we ever did, John.
Every other word, yeah.
Yeah.
I was drunk.
We were real drunk.
I was like, it's drunken movie review. I gotta get drunk.
All right, so with this beer,
This is mighty tasty.
that is very tasty. A little sweet. Very good body for a brown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 10% brown, so whew.
I'd say the hazelnut's kind of sneaky because it gives you the sweet, but you don't really get that hazel nuttiness. Is that a word?
Sure.
Like, cause sometimes hazelnut can be really overpowering, you know?
Yeah.
And like it's subtly there where you just get that sweet and that hint of it. You're like, oh, that's the hazelnut. Like if you didn't know there's hazelnut in there, you just think it was like something sweet.
It's
that was in it.
hazelnut without being like hazelnut spread.
It's all up in your face about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
I'm not upset.
No.
Nice legs coming down the glass after you drink. That is mighty tasty.
For a brown, it almost drinks like a stout, which I think we might have said about the regular version too.
I forgot it wasn't a stout, to be honest, when I put it in the lineup.
Yeah. John, you look very inquisitive. Care to share with the rest of the class?
No, it's a little bit confusing because you kind of think 10%, nice color. It's you think it's a stout, it's not.
It's very stout-like.
Very stout-like, a little bit of a thinner body, which it's a brown. It's supposed to be, but yet it's not.
It's a
super
good
thin.
body
It's
for
a good
a brown.
body for it.
Yeah.
The oatmeal is a little bit oatmeal cream pie-ish, which I enjoy. So I like a good cream pie every once in a while.
Jesus.
I knew you were going to go there.
It was right there. It was slow-hanging fruit.
Sarah Jerry will beat
slow
the shit
hanging
out of your
fruit?
liver.
Sarah Ann Schubert's on. Woo!
Schubert!
But does the beer smell like a Disney ride?
No, thank God. That was last week. Oh, that was oh.
What Disney ride would this smell like if it did?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't even know any rides at Disney besides It's a Small World.
I haven't been to Disney since I was like 5.
Same.
What's the Loghorn? The log ride?
The Loghorn?
Like the Foghorn Leghorn?
No, the Briar Rabbit.
The one that you come down a waterfall or whatever is, I think, what he's going with.
Yeah, that one was always cool.
Great story, John.
That is Ooh.
I'm getting a little drunk, boys. There's only 3 of us. We're getting bigger pours.
Well, I picked beers out for 4.
Jake?
Well, we're also only at 8:30, so we're going to stretch this last beer out, or we might need to grab another.
That's a big bottle.
I've got a big bottle for a reason.
And by bottle, he just means that bottle. The actual bottle.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
that's-
was pointing to the bottle.
Not a metaphor, we're saying.
No. But no, I'm very happy with this beer. I know I've said that a couple times, but
Who goes first?
it'd be me.
I thought I went first on the last one. Didn't I?
1, 2, 3.
I mean, really, this is not a matter of...
Oh, no, it's John.
Ha!
I thought it was.
In your face! In your face!
God, tonight has been.
Can we never let him count again?
Everyone's having it. Okay. Whew.
John's drunk.
I really haven't been
I'm a little
changing
drunk.
scores that bad. I've been pretty...
He didn't eat enough today.
I did not.
You had chili. We had chili.
I did have chili.
Score.
It's because there wasn't any beans in it.
Exactly. If he made real chili, it'd have beans in it.
Oh,
Hey,
Michigan
quick-
wants to know, Tyler,
Oh,
do
yeah.
you like the beer?
Fuck off that.
Quick poll.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Real quick. So I asked about liquor with beer, like what you drink. What is your feelings on chili? Does it have beans or does it not?
Ooh.
And we're not talking about noodles. If you say there's noodles in chili, I'm going to
You're just
delete you
wrong.
off the
Yeah,
chat.
it's just
Yeah.
the wrong. Yeah.
Beans or no beans in your chili? All right, John, score.
All right. It has been a night of good beer, but not great beer. I think this is keeping with that theme. As a brown ale, I think it's really good. I'm not going to seek it out. I'm going to go 3.75.
Did you know I like this beer?
Hey, Tyler.
No, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a bump because I do really enjoy brown ales, and I think this is a fantastic version. Heavier body that for a brown that leans more towards the stout side, drinks like a stout while still having those malty brown flavors without going into the roastiness.
I'd like to put this in some chili.
This is fantastic. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Dish bitch.
He went to rinse glasses right at the worst possible time, I think. Matt, I know you're not used to counting, but what are you gonna score this?
Kind of dovetailing off you. Like, all right, if it walks like a stout and quacks like a stout, it might be pretty close to a stout. I'm not normally a big brown ale fan because it's close enough to a stout without being one. I'd rather just go stout route. But stout route, hot route. But since
Omaha.
since this one is
Corvette.
got the strength it does, the body that it does, the flavor that it does, with our addendum that you
Are we
know,
changing things or just adding something?
well,
Just continue.
when we added it, because we're like, hey, if it was
Addendum. Okay.
addendum, all right. When we addendumed, if it's not your style, but you would look for it, or if you were to get it, you know, where would that affect your score? I'm gonna go 4.25 because if I was to get a brown, this is the brown I would get. Like
All right.
this one and the standard, like the Chikau series, I think just in general are the best browns that I've had.
So that's going to be a 4 average. Our next beer comes in a very large bottle, as you can tell.
Before you get on there,
No.
Bunny says beans. Duh.
Bunny,
Knew we liked you.
thank you for being on the side of the right people, not whatever the hell he does.
Authentic.
Your chili sucked. No.
This one was okay. I told you this. I made it for bland on purpose. It was for the crowd,
It's for the crowd.
not for
But yeah,
me.
if it was for the crowd, you'd have put beans in it.
I don't go that far.
He would do anything for chili, but he won't do beans.
I might actually put macaroni in before the beans.
Oh,
Can I kick him out of his own
Can we
house?
kick him out?
And,
the show?
and I don't do macaroni and chili. Yeah,
All right.
that's like goulash, right?
pretty much.
kinda, but
Anyway, now that John's proven how wrong he really is.
John's solidified. I don't even know if I can look at him.
No beans.
All right, so our next beer is the Zipline Brewing Company's, which is a new brewery to our show. Barrel aged the Stout, 13.8%. This is it. This is the stout we have always wanted to brew. This is the stout with complex notes of cherry, char, and molasses. The stout was aged with care in bourbon barrels to create a bold, yet velvety brew.
Listen, that's strong. That is coming on
Yeah, it
really
is.
strong. Like, if you're going to name it the stout, that's like the defining version of this style. So.
I'm excited. I don't know, John. Are you apprehensive?
I'm excited.
Is it like beans
I'm
over
just
there? Or
saying,
you're like,
that's, that's
an.
an awful lot to, like, live up to.
I mean, it really wasn't a super like descriptive. They're like, all right, we got a couple of tasting notes,
No,
but this
it's
is the stout.
It should be the stout. Like, this is it.
Yeah,
this is the stout.
The was in all caps.
Indeed, it was. I actually certified that. Yes,
Look at that
Verified.
pouring out. Okay.
it is dark and angry.
Get mad all head.
I'm a fan.
Hand me the. Well, there we go.
I know, that was like...
I was really
that could have
hoping.
worked a little better.
I was really hoping he would say something.
We got Stephen King. Sounds like a Meatloaf song.
Stefan!
was- Thank you for picking that up, Stephen. That is exactly what that was.
Gone so
I mean-
much.
Stefan, my man.
I know it wasn't Paradise by the Chili Con Queso, but you know. So that's a reference to earlier, John. And,
I know.
and another
I get
Meatloaf
it,
song.
I get it. Chile con queso. I would do queso and chili.
There you go.
I don't know.
All right. Again, this is The Stout by Zipline Brewing at 13.8%. A very simple yet
It said
classy
cherry.
label.
Char and molasses.
Yep.
Molasses.
Molasses. Or is it molasses? Ding.
Got 13. Oh, sorry. You want one of these?
I wanted to rim shot.
Well,
Do
you said
want a rim
ding.
shot?
Well, because I went. Thank you.
Got a good nose. It's got a very stouty, bourbony nose.
It's got a very stouty. This stout's very stouty.
It's a stouty stout. It's the stout. Smells as a stout should.
Thinner.
Not super thin, but thinner than I anticipated.
It's thinner than the brown we just had.
Yeah.
Um,
Char is definitely there.
Char's definitely
Char's
there.
there.
Cherry's there.
Cherry.
Yeah.
Bourbon's there.
Yep.
Molasses.
A bit.
It's there.
It's a little more that like sweeter kind of finish thing. Not as prominent,
This
but
would be a bit polarizing.
Boozy.
boozy,
Initially.
but
Yeah.
14% boozy.
No.
No.
Okay.
But it's not
My
DUI
fault.
shelf either. It's been a while since we've had a good DUI shelf beer.
Yeah, you know it's there, but you wouldn't guess it's as strong as it is, right?
I would say it's in the 11. I would guess like 11, 10, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't.
Now,
guess pushing
almost 14, no.
Yeah.
It's almost, that char is almost like a super toasted marshmallow like I like them, without the sweetness from the marshmallow,
Which I'm okay with.
which is char. Yeah.
I like the way that you use kind of a full-on marshmallow file with that. You're like the full toast marshmallow, like I like 'em. Like that was like one word.
Like I like 'em.
It kind of sounded like a Star Wars guy, like I like 'em.
I'm a little drunk. It's fine.
Misa like stouts. Sorry, yes, I went full Jar Jar.
You did.
And that's the end of the show, guys.
So I think your score on this is going to depend on how you like char.
It's there, but I don't think it's that overpowering of the whole thing.
My biggest issue with it is the body. It is way too thin. Like, it's not Guinness, but for a 13.8% bourbon barrel aged
And
the stout.
and the way it poured out, like I thought it was going to be.
Well, now they didn't necessarily say thick though; they said velvety. Correct? Was that was that the label? I say velvety is not an improper adjective.
A little bit of viscosity, but not too much.
No, not too much.
Kind of a little bit of a bubbly mouthfeel, really.
It's a little overcarbed.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's hard to get a true feel on the on that mouthfeel. Because it's every time it hits your tongue, it sits there and dances.
Yeah. It's a bit effervescent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you?
Matt's losing his shit.
No. Just, first of all, it's a little bubbly, dances on the tongue, which I just think is funny. But then Tyler does this number, and I don't know if John intended to do that as well, but he did the same thing afterwards.
That was on purpose.
I'm like, John was looking down. I don't know if he even saw that. You guys are sharing the same brainwave again.
He doesn't have peripheral
Cheers.
vision. I forgot.
That and the computer's in between us. You have to take a drink. We cheers.
Oh, shit.
That's just rude. Yeah. It's also bad luck.
Very.
Bad luck.
Come on, man.
I'm bad.
Whew. All right, so anybody still watching? Because we are stalling just a little bit. When we only have 3 of us, we do tend to move a little fast. Got another question for you guys, if you're still here, because I know it seems like only one person answered the chili question.
Only one answer, or they just don't care about beans.
If anybody's still here,
Good answer. Good answer.
what kind of beer is it that you look for? So what do you like to buy? What do you like to drink? That way we can start gearing episodes a little more towards different viewers to have maybe kind of a little more unique perspective at each time. So
I like the way you said, like, we don't have a fridge full of IPAs.
we have other stuff too. Dude, that whole drawer was nothing but sours.
And a shelf full of stouts. Like, we have one shelf compared to a whole fridge.
We have sours, IPAs, and stouts right now. And I think there's like 2 barley wines.
I'd like to get some lagers.
The 3 major food groups, right?
Pretty much. We do need to mix it up some more again. Unfortunately, we really shouldn't be buying beer right now, so...
Jason says IPAs, New England style. We've had so many IPAs. Careful what you wish for, Tyler.
Was Matt pooping or reading?
That was a little bit of a grunt.
So, IPAs. Thank you, Jason.
Kevin also says IPAs, wheat.
So, he likes wheats. All right.
It's okay.
Carrie, Browns, bourbon barrel stouts. How do you have so
Carrie.
many stouts? I try to save them, but they're so good. That's why if I buy multiples, Carrie, I leave them here. That's why you see that top shelf behind Tyler's head, if you can see through his gigantic dome. Those are the doubles of stouts that I felt like I couldn't take home.
That
Don't trust myself.
that aren't already in the cellar.
In the queue,
Yeah.
so to speak.
So we do have a cellar. Yeah.
Jason Bell likes a wide range, drinking brown now, IPAs and porters in the fridge. Gonna find an Imperial Stout soon. I'm guessing he probably means tonight.
We might have a few suggestions.
We can help you out on that.
Anything from Revolution.
Yeah.
If you go Imperial Stouts, Revolution is where it's at.
Actually, if
Also,
you're just going dark beer in general.
River North, strong recommend.
Oh.
Or
I was
Ale
thinking
Song.
locally available. Indiana,
Yeah.
but-
Dude, I'm telling you right now. So River North quickly became one of my favorite breweries. If you haven't figured that out yet, people. We have 7 River North beers behind us. And they're not all stouts now. There's a barley wine back there, a Beerded Guard back there. Well, it's a Golden Strong.
I'll split hairs.
Well, it is different. But they have we have a few different things besides just stouts by them, plus a whole bunch of stouts. And I'm excited to try. Well, I've already had them technically on draft. I'm excited to see them try the non-stouts.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I am planning a trip to Seattle in the summertime, and I cannot wait to go to Freedom. I cannot wait to go to Fremont. I'm going to get some Great Notion. I should be able to find some Bombastic.
Bombastic!
Mr. Fantastic.
Like, I'm excited. And because I want to find stuff that you just don't get around here.
Exactly.
I tried that when I was in
Or off
Texas,
Tabor.
and it didn't work out for us. That's where we discovered 903, so careful what you wish for, John.
Didn't you bring us back Martin House? No, you didn't.
I did not see Martin House down there, I recall. We've also got Michiana says, Browns, your take on farmhouse ales, lagers. Kevin says, we will try about anything cold. Respect that.
I love lagers. So does John.
Yeah, I like lagers. Farmhouse.
Farmhouse, I'm hit or miss. I've had some really good ones, but I am hit or miss. Lagers I love, especially a good Hellas lager. Oh. Pilsners, I think, are one of the most underrated beers.
Yeah.
Pilsners are something I think if a brewery can truly make a good, clean Pilsner, they're a good brewery.
Now, being from Indiana, do you go cream ale blondes, or do you go Pilsners and... What do you like?
Sweetheart, you already know the answer to that.
I do.
It's lagers and pilsners all day.
Yeah.
I don't drink cream ales and I don't drink blondes.
Yeah.
I have them on this show. We did have a couple blondes that shocked the hell out of both of us.
Yep.
But cream ales and blondes, nah.
Yeah.
Besides, I like a dirty redhead any day.
Oh yeah.
I mean, red beers. I like reds.
So while Tyler's laughing at his own jokes, Michiana Beer also says haven't found a farmhouse ale that he hasn't liked. Bunny says porters, stouts, barley wine, sours, goza, brown, anything aged in a bourbon barrel. So she's really narrowing it down.
Bunny, I think you
We're friends
covered
again.
90% of beer.
Which then on the Twitter or the Twitch, Torby says beer, which is almost as less specific as Bunny was.
Hi, Kyle.
Well, unless Bob's here.
Still heart you, Bunny. But Bunny also points out if you go to Seattle, Hales or Halley's, I'm not sure, brewery,
Spell
use HALE''S. So it'd be Hales.
B. Hales.
And I'm getting pub beer too.
Hales Brewery used to have the best salsa in town, so jot that down. She would
I
know.
like salsa.
Also, Michiana says pills and lagers first.
We need more pills and lagers.
We do.
They're so boring.
They're so good.
Oh, Carrie's also got some. It says Georgetown Brewing in Seattle and Pyramid Brewing as well.
Okay.
Tyler, write that down for John.
I already was.
I want to go see Mount Rainier, although I guess where we're staying, because we're staying at a friend's house, you can see Mount Rainier, but that makes sense because it's like the tallest mountain.
Oh, Torby also
Jesus.
says John taught me how to like beer. So
Got you, bud.
So you don't know anything about it. Got it.
is that a mustache?
Anyway, so now that we kind of got some fun. That was actually kind of fun to talk about some random stuff today.
It was.
And actually get a little more of your guys' opinion, a little more back and forth. Bunny, you're my hero, saying beans belong in chili.
Fuck off.
The only one to have the
The only one to respond to that
wherewithal
question.
to stand up and say that yes, beans do belong
Which
in chili.
means everyone that didn't say it means they agree beans belong in chili. They just don't want to upset Jonathan.
Right, because no one said beans don't belong in chili.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is everybody agreed with Bunny and didn't want to upset you by overwhelming you.
Yeah, this is
So
like that
Bunny
time.
doesn't like me?
Well,
Well, it's
no
not that she
shit.
doesn't like you; she doesn't like your chili.
No, Bunny's just more willing to stand up.
Does that
for
hurt
what she
more, John, or
believes.
less?
More.
Michiana Brew says Kuntz Lake Brewery up. Best German style craft beers around. Pills, lagers, and Tyler Reds.
Oh. What? Where is this?
Clean up?
Clean up.
Clean up aisle under the table.
Hand check. No.
Oh, Jason Wyatt says yes on beans.
We're in Indiana.
And Bunny can still love you when you are wrong. I'm guessing that's you, John.
We are in Indiana. I get it.
I'm so happy right now.
And someone just gave her a laughy like while we were which I thought was going to be Tyler, but Tyler's hands are in the air, so it couldn't have been him.
We're in Indiana. I know what Indiana people... And
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah. I said what I said.
All right, back to the important part, which is this beer.
Michiana clarifies Kuntz is up there by him, up north.
How's it spelled?
Up north.
Koontz, like it sounds. Duh. Kuntz.
Hey, I got Studebaker right.
Although he says chili has no beans, so that's 2-1 now.
That!
Yes!
Technically, it's 4-2.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, not counting us.
Yeah.
Just from the consensus of the interwebs, it's 2-1.
That I liked you until just now.
So we're keeping our 33% for being correct. Okay.
Actually, it's pretty accurate. Yeah, 2-1, 2-1.
Yeah, it'd be 4-2. Yeah, so 4 to, yeah. I could divide simple fractions. Yeah, either way, it's.
All right, guys, back to this beer, though. We appreciate you letting us get off the beer tangent a little bit. Again, it was fun to talk about random stuff. Yeah?
Ebb Hunter.
E.B. Hunter.
Chili.
Chili.
13.8's kicking in.
Matt's a little drunk.
Chili is, by definition, without beans. However, modern interpretations of chili must have beans. They give the music bass.
So you are a proponent of beans.
I'm not really sure how to take that.
Which, once again, I said earlier, authentic.
Wrong. I don't care what authentic means. What happens is we came along
Modern.
and improved it.
Authentic. Modern.
You mean old school improved.
Also, Michiana's clarifying, Tyler, you love him, and he counts for 3.
The count for 3 part, no, but you're right on the first part. You're not wrong. But yeah, this beer, seriously though, it's interesting. The char's definitely there.
Yeah.
And that's an easy flavor that could have got lost.
It's not overwhelmingly charred, though. Like, sometimes I can really take the driver's seat.
Cherry's there. I love how the cherry lingers a little longer than the rest. So, like, when you haven't sipped for a while, you kind of do that number. Still get that cherry a little bit. That's fun. Molasses is there, but not overpowering. And molasses definitely can be. The barrel's not overpowering. I'm impressed. This is a strong jump out of the gate for them for us. Definitely a brewery I'll look for
stout,
again.
though.
No.
Bit of more than they can chew on that one.
I think it's more. It depends on what you're looking for in a stout. For me, no, only because I want a little heartier body. We've kind of touched on the fact that it's a little thinner than I'd like. But realistically, this beer is very good without putting too much extra into it.
It's a different take on a stout. A lot of stouts, a lot of traditional stouts, you're going to get some chocolate overtones, some caramel tones, things like that. You're getting char and cherry in this, and I appreciate the different take on it. Body's a little bit weak.
Not awful. It's still better than Guinness.
So, if I'm hearing you right, John, you're saying this is like a traditional chili without beans compared to modern chili with beans?
No. This would be a chili with cinnamon.
Oh, you mean like Ohio style chili where it's got the chocolate in it?
Yeah, it's a different take on it that doesn't quite work, but I appreciate what they're trying to do.
Did you just scoff Skyline to my face?
Well, Skyline's
Absolutely.
awful.
It's an acquired taste. I'll give you.
I eat Gold Star when I'm down in that area.
I've never.
We've had that conversation.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was. When I was in Cincinnati the last time I came back, stopped there. I was like, "Who the fuck was I talking to that was a Gold Star fan?" And it was you.
I have very strong, odd opinions sometimes. It's fine.
What?
Stefan says Texas versus the rest of the country, so I'm sure he's still on the chili kick there.
Yep.
And he prefers.
That means no beans.
I know.
He prefers green chili.
Is that
New Mexico is the way to go. What do you know about that, John? I think he just pissed John off. That's his angry face.
I've never had green chili, but you just made my day because of that.
I actually like white chili. You know, the chicken chili with the white beans.
See, I'm not a huge fan of white chili.
If
I'll
it's done
enjoy
right.
it. I enjoy it, but it's not something.
I'm going to say, like, the thought of green... I don't think I've ever had a green chili. I would be interested to try it.
I just love John's face. When
Yeah, you
say
have a
that.
tone like, I've already written it off, but I'd be interested to try it.
All right, beer. Let's wrap this up.
It's a good corollary because it is a different take on a stout, just like the chilies that we've been talking about. Who goes first? You go first.
I thoroughly enjoy it. I will look for it again. Technically, we have another bottle hiding somewhere. I'm going to come out swinging a little bit on this one. I think it's one of my favorite stouts we've had in a while.
Really?
I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Good.
I like the difference. It would be a 4.75 if it wasn't for the body. I docked at 0.25 because of the body. I love the flavor. I love the difference. Just like we've talked about with IPAs, everybody doing the same thing. Even with stouts where everybody adds different adjuncts, it's still that chocolate or coffee kind of body and then add something that's unique to them. This is very different than
unique,
most.
absolutely.
And I love it. They came out swinging and I think they nailed it. 4.5. You, dear.
Pass, John. Go ahead.
No,
I gotta collect my thoughts, man. Like,
no.
I'm still unsure. Like, I want to hear your plead the case here, John.
Fine.
He just wants to talk last.
So
No, I'm still on the fence.
Tyler's not wrong. Like, they tried something that is a little bit different than a normal stout, and it did work. It's not quite doing it for me, so I'm going to go with 3.75. I think it's fantastic, but I'm not going to seek it out.
Well, he is a basic bitch. Look at his chili today. Anyway,
Damn, he's going back to chili.
He's not wrong about this one because I said it was a very basic chili today.
I just think it's funny that you talk about how you, just like you did with me, like I did. You talk about how you like when people come out swinging and somebody comes out swinging and nails it, and you're like, well, it's not.
It's not that they didn't know. They nailed it. It just didn't work for me as
Tyler,
much.
Can we take a picture of John's chili later with like a White Claw beside it and a pumpkin Starbucks? Maybe a
Really needs
Target
to be.
bag.
It really needs to be. You know, the biggest difference, I just didn't put bacon in it today.
That's not just the big difference. You forgot a main ingredient of chili. Anyway, go ahead.
A beer in it.
Beans.
I've never made a chili with beans.
I've been doing a bit of soul searching with this. It's a tough one. It's a mixed bag because there are things that I do like. There are things that I feel are a little missing. Like I'm kind of between you guys, where I do miss that chocolate sweetness that I'm usually expecting from a stronger stout like this. Like it's got new replacement flavors that I appreciate and I like. I think are well done, but I feel like just that chocolatey note is a little missing, and I think that would have helped to thicken it up some too. So I'm kind of hindering on that, but I also feel like it's something different, it's something new, and I like it and I appreciate it, and it worked out well, and I like the flavor of it. I don't know how likely I'd be to search it out, but how good it is and the ABV and the drinkability of what it is, it deserves better than a 3.75. So I think I'm gonna do a 4 1/4.
I've never been happy he counts until now.
This is an above average. It's
above average.
I'm not gonna seek it
Comes
out
out to a 4.25 average, doesn't it?
personally, but
I'm not mad about that score.
this is really good. I would recommend checking it out, at least for the novelty of the different stout flavor.
But
Novelty
is the wrong word. It is not a novelty.
The
beer.
difference, I don't know what better word you'd have for it, because I've never had
Uniqueness.
a stout. All right, uniqueness.
It is a unique
You're
stout.
right,
It is
sorry.
not a novelty beer.
Yeah, it's not like they went and put a bunch of different adjuncts and things like that.
Yeah, no,
It is
they
not
kept
a
it
novelty
very
beer. That
simple.
would not be fair to them.
Yeah, it's well crafted. It's well done. I just couldn't think of a better word. You're right.
Yeah.
The uniqueness of it is the better word. But it's very unique. It definitely stands out. It's got its own spin on it. It stays true, but it's different. It's just slightly
I'm almost talking
off.
myself into a higher score. I need to stop talking.
You already wrote it down. It's already official.
It's the only reason I haven't bumped it. And it's not because the scores you guys gave. It's the more I talk about it, like I thoroughly enjoyed this beer.
I appreciate what they did.
Yeah, I think it's very well done, very well crafted, very good tasting. It's a good thing.
And this is going to sound weird, but I like how it lingers.
Oh, yeah.
The taste is so good as it sits still.
Do you have to let it linger?
But,
Beer of the night.
Ooh.
I'm still burping that damn sour, which I enjoyed, but whew! That burp came up weird after drinking that stout. It came up with that sour key lime, but yet leftovers from that. That was a weird combo. Whew!
Yeah.
Ooh, beer of the night. Matt, you're first.
Oh, that doesn't seem fair.
You always are first for beer of the night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It literally goes
That's
this
how
way.
that works.
There was a lot of good stuff tonight. It's kind of hard to pick a definitive one. I think the most surprising thing, so I'm going to go with that for beer of the night, was the Fizzy Pop, the first one thing we had.
The Parish Sips.
Because that was just like, it's either going to be maybe good or really bad, and it actually did really well. It was something completely different. Still not something that I'm probably going to go buy, but it was just different and good.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I think that's my personal favorite beer of the night. However, beer of the night isn't necessarily my favorite. I really was blown away by that key lime sour.
Gross.
Yeah, it's like that beer is going to stand out the most to me. It's not my favorite, but woo! Let's go.
So for me, it's funny because normally I end up being kind of the hard ass on a lot of beers and a lot of scores, unless I really fall in love with it. Today, I was on the high end of almost every score, except for one, the Resist Blood Orange. But everything else, I was on the high end of. I would have probably said the Parish Sips until just now. That is a fantastic brew, fantastically unique stout. If they can make that body just a little hardier, just a little bit, and I'm nitpicking at that point, but just a little hardier, that's a 4.75 or 5 for me, and easy.
You know, I can see where that would be somebody's if they really, really enjoy those flavors. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the stout by Zipline.
Yeah, they came strong.
Well, if Ohio State can try to say they're the Ohio State when there's literally a the.
They're winning a national championship tonight. So,
Oh, that's adorable.
Whatever.
But anyway, sorry. Off tangent again. Thanks for listening. This has been a very unique show to go along with the last beer we just had. Overall, the beer was better than last week. Except
we're
for
gonna
one.
ask Guest Ghost. What was his choice? Or
Yeah,
his-
what was your
their choice?
What was your beer of the night? Oh, no
Great
comment.
choice.
Fuck
Yep,
you.
Yep, good choice.
You're wrong, but okay.
Oh, you don't like beans in your chili? You are wrong. You don't like bourbon? God damn, you're an asshole.
Wait a minute. We just freaking told her that he's been on the table the whole time.
Yeah, he has.
Whoa! Whoa!
And on that note, good nights, ladies and gents.
Thanks for listening, guys. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Modog being Q.
Behind the mic.
Oscar not counted for once.
Make sure you listen or keep an eye out. Woo, I'm drunk too. For the Two Beerded Guys drunken movie reviews as we record tonight's episode, Little Miss Sunshine. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. Later.